Good day, my name is Manish and we will be making a two-piece shirt collar today. I have a commercial shirt here made for the market and it's got a two-piece collar. So we'll be replicating this. We're going to start off with the front shirt and the yoke pattern. So what we're going to do is keeping the measurement vertical to the pattern and excluding the seam allowance. We're going to measure the neck to get the exact measurement. So this is center back to yoke point. We're going to write down the measurements. Then we're going to measure the front from the yoke point to the center front and then make a note of the placket extension as well. So our measurements over here are full neck is 19.5, yoke point is 11.5, collar stand is 2.5, collar at center back is 4.5 centimeters, and the collar point, the top collar, the collar point is going to be 7.5. We're going to start off with drawing a baseline and drawing two parallel lines at 2.5 centimeters. Then we're going to square up from the baseline to create the center back. Then on the baseline, we're going to mark our yoke point at 11.5, the center front at 19.5, and then a 3 centimeters extension for the placket. I'm going to drop between the yoke point and the center front. I'm going to drop it by 0.3 centimeters. At the yoke point, I'm going to measure 1 centimeter up, as such. Then at the placket, I'm going to square up by 1 centimeter. I'm going to square up by 1 centimeter, and then I'm going to join the center front to that point to get a slightly diagonal line, and then from that point I'm going to square up to have an angled extension. We are doing this to get a rounder shape for our placket. So now what we're going to do is the points that we had marked, we are going to, from the middle line, we're going to curve into the yoke point. We're going to start blending this line into a nice curve and joining all the points. You can use a pattern master, but I'm also comfortable doing it freehand like this. Now we're going to start marking our 2.5, but when we come between yoke point and the center front, I'm going to take 2.8 so that it becomes slightly thicker between this point. So once you make it a slightly thicker, it sort of stands a bit better, and the fall of the collar in the front comes nicer. And then we'll do the extension in a curve like that. So that's our collar stand. Mark your notch points. Then we're going to extend the center back, mark 4.5 centimeters, and then from the center front point, we're going to go out by 7.5. You can change the angle, or you can keep the nicely the 4.5 line that we had created. And there you go, that's our collar, and that's our stand. Mark your notch points, which is very important. In case you want to have a wider spread, a bigger collar, what you can do is you can draw these lines and split them open so that you have more of a curve coming through, and there's more of a spread on the collar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to trace the stand, add the seam allowances, mark the notch points, and we're going to draw the grain lines, and center back we're going to give it a style number. We will do the style number. We'll name the pattern collar stand. It's a size 38, and we're going to do cut. We need 2 pieces of this, so it's going to be cut to on fold, and then finally we're going to name and sign it. So our pattern is ready. It's very, very important because it tells you when was the pattern last updated. So always sign your name and the date. Here I've cut up the collar top collar, and I've written all the information as the stand. Now you'll notice that there is a 0.3 centimeters extra on the collar stand. Now this is for the top collar. We do this because the top collar can fold neatly underneath. So there's just a little bit of fabric for us to fold it under, and it gives a nice finish to the collar. And here we are, our patterns are ready. Please note that this is one of the many methods practiced in the garment industry. There are other ways to draft a two-piece collar depending on the material and the look one wants to achieve. Thank you.